guys, Long Haul Larry. We're at home in our shop, and I am actually up working on trailer R69, and I am having a booger of a time with these slack adjusters on these trailers. I've never had issues like this with slack adjusters. Usually pry bar on each side, you can wiggle it, and you can get them started, get them off of there, but these are on there originally from the factory, and I mean, most of these trailers are like 2 years old, something like that. And what happens is the S-cams, they fit up in here in the slack adjuster, and there's splines inside there. And the boss had a guy that was servicing the trailers, and basically the guy was not greasing stuff. There was not a regular grease program set up, so stuff is really dry and it's really rusted and everything. And I did my last trailer that I had here and stuff, just there was no grease in anything, and I ended up replacing almost everything. Well, I'm trying to get this one all going, this R69, and I tried to get a slack adjuster. I worked on it for a couple hours. I cannot get it off. I cannot do it. They do make pullers for getting off slack adjusters, and usually pullers for slack adjusters, what they are is just like a steering wheel puller. It's just a big piece of metal, it has some hooks on it, and you just kind of put it on here and you twist it so it locks on the back side here, and it has a bolt in it that you thread down onto the S-cam, and as you take an impact or wrench it on it, it pulls it off. Well, the problem with these utility trailers that my boss has is the slack adjuster sits in there, so like here, and you got your S-cam going off here, and there's a plate of steel here, but then there's also a plate of steel here. And so you can't get one of those pullers on there. I've looked online, and they make a S-cam puller, of course, that you can get that would do this, and I actually did try to get one just now. I was in town getting all the parts, but nobody has it. They're telling me it would be like a week or something like this to get this, and this thing's like 500 bucks. So what I did is I decided I'm going to buy a piece of metal here. I tried to find a thicker piece, but I couldn't find a thicker piece. This is what I could find. This is 3/8 by 2 inch, and I'm going to make my own. This is my Miller Spectrum 375 Extreme plasma cutter. Yeah, this thing is I love the plasma cutter thing here. It's so much nicer than a torch. Such better cuts. Doesn't have all that slag and stuff on there. And I mean, it looks like because I'm touching it and it's smoking, but it really doesn't even get it that hot. It's kind of crazy. I mean, you can see that there's hardly any slag at all. Just cuts it right off of there. If you actually have a table or robot arm, you know, to do this, because I mean, you can see all the little jigs, and that's from me just going like that. I mean, it's so precise. If you have something, if I was to put a square against there and run the tip against it, it'd be a lot squarer. So I'm going to grind some metal off here, like a 45, and then I'm going to weld these two together. And then I'll be able to trace these on. I'll be able to trace what I want on here, and this should be wide enough for doing this. Alright guys, we got our 2 plates welded together. Came out pretty good. So, whew, that's hot. I knew it would be. But I'm going to cool this off, and then I'm going to grind all this down so it's flat. I have my plates all welded up and all ground and everything. And so basically now what I'm going to do is just lay this on here. And trace it on. Well, you guys see what I'm cooking right here? So now I'm going to put a bend in this bottom part to match this. And then I'll be cutting a hole in here. And then I'm going to weld a plate on top of that. And I may even cut a hole in that too. I'm not sure. I got to see if the clearance is. And then I'll weld a nut on here for a threaded shaft that'll go into there. Just lots of cutting and welding. Well guys, we got her all done. I just kind of skipped some of the processes and stuff. But I got her all completed here. It's all built up. Basically what happens is, so I have it welded on there. Got it fine threaded. It's only a 5/8. It's the only thing I can find at the moment. I would have rather had like a 3/4 or 1 inch threaded rod, but it's what I had. I'd have to order that and didn't have time. But basically what is going to happen is the slack adjuster is sitting on the truck. You just take it, slide it up in there. It hooks on the top. It's got a lip right in here. So that hooks over the top. This comes down. Then you just put a bolt through here. Put the nut on there, be hanging on there, and it's 15/16. Put it on there with an impact, and just run this in, and it'll push the slack adjuster right off the shaft. And look at that. Maybe we'll put my name on it. LongHaul Larry, patent number 1. So there we go. I think it'll work good. Let's go try it out quick. All right, guys. Let's see if she works. So she fits over just like that. I don't think we need to tighten that. I think just finger tight will be okay. Well, there we go, guys. That tool ripped it right off of there. Pretty happy with that. Didn't wreck it or nothing. The S-cam looks good. There's nothing wrong with the S-cam. It's just they don't put any anti-seize on there from the factory, and so it just rusts solid on there. You can't get them off. So now I got the right tool for the right job. So there you go. So I'm gonna let you guys go. I hope everyone out there is having themselves a great day, great night as they watch this here video. And if you're not, we're certainly gonna try that all over again tomorrow. See you guys later.